So enterprise engineers often need to build custom solutions for their company. Let me show you how I built the inventory agent for Gemini Enterprise. So to do this, we're going to use Gemini CLI, an open source agentic terminal to build our agent using natural language. So our first prompt for this is going to be, I would like to build an inventory agent that follows this design doc. Can you create a plan? I'm going to hit enter. So I've asked it to build this, and it's using a document that my team has put together as a design document for it. So immediately, I'll go ahead and hit accept. Gemini CLI is able to read this Word document using an MCP server, a Model Context Protocol server. MCP servers are at their core are one of the many ways you can expand Gemini CLI's capabilities to connect it to all of your data, no matter where it comes from. So, all right, after getting our design doc, analyzing it, we now have a plan for implementation. So it's asking, should we go ahead and implement this? We're going to say yes and hit enter. All right, so immediately this is actually using tools locally on my machine. This is the Agent Development Kit CLI, so ADK create. In this case, Gemini CLI is showing how it can utilize anything and everything on my machine to solve requests of any complexity, even scaffolding a basic starter project. So we're going to let this go through. So next, it's time to implement. And just like a developer might dig through code and do code base in order to figure out what to do next, Gemini CLI is going to do the same thing. So here's our first file change. Let's take a look. Notice how everything is rich and colorized. We've designed Gemini CLI to feel super familiar to the tools you use every single day. So let's actually, in this case, let it go all the way through, and we're going to let it write all the code for us on our behalf. All right. So as you may have noticed, during this whole time, Gemini CLI has been asking for my permission. And we could have said no. We could have course corrected, but we chose not to. It's truly our control. So for this case, it's now up to the next step here, because we've gone ahead and we've designed our agent in our design document. We've implemented it, and now it's actually time to deploy. So we'll go ahead and say, would you like to do next? We'll say deploy, and we're going to hit enter. So in this situation, Gemini CLI is able to, again, utilize our ADK CLI to do this deployment and even string together the necessary syntax. So if we look here, there's a lot here. This is actually quite challenging to get right. But it's amazing having an LLM that knows absolutely everything at our fingertips. So with this, we're going to go ahead and hit accept. Now for this command, it's going to take a little bit to run. So for now, this is how I have built the inventory agent, and as this cooks, I'm going to actually hand it back to Gabe.